Hey, P-chan, let's go on a date today. Oh, no.
The one who spoke was a well-dressed girl who liked to dream big and call her partner a stupidly cute nickname, like P-chan. Her name was Aim. Aim, and she was my girlfriend. Wow. Her black skirt fluttered around her thighs as she hovered excitedly, sort of like a fly buzzing over a pile of garbage. Hey, do I like her? She made no attempt at hiding her desire for my attention. It was so cute. She knew she was cute, better than anyone in fact. Every single one of her movements was exaggerated for the perfect effect, and it always worked. She was the star of her own show, running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. She knew she could get away with it too, because of how adorable she was. She wielded her cuteness like a weapon that could get her anything she wanted. Although she had a childish charm to her, she had the cunning mind of a veteran tactician.
Yeah, thanks for working so hard for me all the time. I know you fell asleep at your desk because you were up all night editing videos for me. There's no cameras in this, so I feel kind of bad for waking you, but...
Aim feasted with her hair and looked at me apologetically. Her thick glossy locks hung in 2 pigtails and a long fringe that covered half of her face. She could cry all she wanted from her hidden eye, and no one would be none the wiser. It was an extra layer of protection, along with her over-the-top acting. That's my theory, anyway. Legend has it no one has ever seen the left half of Aim's face. Not even I'm privy to what's underneath her bangs.
Alright, sleephead, I'm gonna go brush my teeth, do my skincare routine, and get changed. You better be ready for our date by the time I'm done.
She beamed at me, her smile warm and bright like the sun. She was so beautiful and adorable, like a little flower begging me to pick her up. How could I ever say no to her? People say that every beautiful rose has its thorn, but I think it's a little different for Aim. Her arms were covered in thin scars that ran across them haphazardly. If she had thorns, then those thorns were hurting her too. But the flowers don't do that. So what would she be instead?
I don't want to hear you complaining about this date being too short notice. You know, whatever, okay? Love is unpredictable like that, and you don't care about me enough to keep it up. You little big...
A single tear rolled down her cheek from her right eye. All traces of her earlier smile had disappeared as sadness pulled the corners of her lips downwards. She wailed as she swung into a full-blown breakdown.
Boo-hoo, you don't even love me, what the hell, I hate you. Do you? You always with me because you like the super chats I squeeze out from my nerd fans. That's emotional abuse, you know.
She sniffled and wiped the tears from her face. Her cheeks took on a pinkish tint as her eyes continued to leak and grow puffy. Rather than diminish her looks, however, it only served to make her already enormous eyes look bigger. Of course, all of this was an act too. Aim had perfectly crafted the craft of crying on command and making it look really convincing. As a streamer, she needed precise control over her emotions, turning on whatever she wanted like a switch to elicit certain reactions from her viewers. It was her job to cry and smile with purpose, or even get so riled up she could snap a keyboard in half. I was familiar with all of this as someone who lived with her and cared for her in the romantic capacity. Just as I knew everything about Aim, I knew this was a sway she was putting on for the way she was showing her love towards me. I also knew that if I ever saw her crying real tears, it could only mean one thing, that things were done between us. But even though I knew this wasn't real, she was still crying, and no proper human being would ever leave a girl crying. I had to do something to soothe her. The tears being faked didn't change the fact that she was deeply stressed from streaming every night and desperately needed a break. Putting herself out there on YouTube and social media meant that all eyes were on her. She had worshippers who treated her like a goddess, people who made it their personal mission to poke fun at her, and others who saw her as a sounding board for their emotions. It was simple enough to understand how much chaos would eat away at one's mental well-being, but only those who've been through the same thing could truly emphasize. Maybe the money and attention really weren't intoxicating as she made it out to be, but even so, could this really be worth to her?
Look at that voice. Alright, you sound like you're losing your voice a bit there, man. You alright? Anyway, now we're going on this date, because I said so. You gotta listen to me. You listen, I'm you nothing about me. Let's decide on where to go. Choose wisely, because it would make me love or hate you even more. Yeah. Did I also mention... I didn't use a capital letter because I'm really lazy. Did I also mention that it'll affect what ending you get? Well, now I have.
Wait, I didn't sign up for this. What? If you ask me, I mistook. She had real skill and talent. She was a smart girl. Every night, she would don her city costume as the Internet Angel and stream under the name Oh My God Kawaii Angel. Okay, Angel. From now on, because saying the full thing every time is way too much effort, the streams gathered hundreds of thousands of nerds from all across cyberspace every night. All of the respect, lust, jealousy, hate, love, and boredom that congratulated were compiled into a neat little metric known as the viewer count. Then, that number would determine how much money she would receive for her efforts. It didn't matter what intentions her viewers went into her stream with, the important thing was that they became another number for the pile of numbers that ended up as a cash in her bank account. And boy, did she have a lot of those numbers. It's the only reason I'm with her, actually. I don't actually like her, I just like the money, you know. Not to toot my own horn, but I had a really big hand in keeping those figures up. Was hugely dependent on me during her daily life. And most of the logistics of her stream were handled by me, too. But that's enough about that. The undeniable thing was, her overwhelming charm was what made her career possible. That and me, of course. I did everything. She didn't do crap. Stats drove people crazy. Those numbers pushed them to the brink. At some point, AIM must have wondered whether I left off who she was or the number she produced. It's the number. We started off as two broadcasters who found comfort in each other, without any money in the equation. I think that's what we had, was genuine love for one another. Now, neither of us could be sure anymore. On the other hand, it was possible that we were also too close for others to unstick ourselves. No matter how hard she tried to ignore it, there would always be one persistent worry back of her mind.
Maybe I can't be satisfied in my partner anymore.
The image of us spitting could be looping in her head. It was something the two of us had to overcome together, though. What does being in a relationship mean? Could we take the steps into the future together, hand in hand? These were the questions we had to face. AIM was a middle school dropout who had a terrible personality, a girl would do stupid things sometimes, but she was always thinking about things, much more than the average person. If her head was really as empty as people like to say, she would never have made it so far as a streamer. She was the kind of person who would rather be direct and spring a surprise date on her partner than try some elaborate scheme to bait me into one. There was the hope that the element of surprise would bring back the butterflies we once felt when we started dating. 2. From a practical angle, it was also a good way to assess how one's partner would deal with an unexpected and potentially stressful situation. I mean, we'd all want someone who can handle both, right? Plus, I'm not really one to talk, but I chose this after all.
Oh my god, wait, we're actually going. I don't know if you can keep up that voice though. You might want to change it.
I realized AIM made a very good point. My voice is really standard. AIM's eyes sparkled like 1,000 diamonds. I didn't care if this was an act or not. I wanted to believe that underneath her long bangs, her left eye was also shining like the brightest star in the sky.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm even struggling with this one.
Whatever happens to us in the future, I just want us to be happy.
Okay, I did use capital K again. Fuck you, I can't bother. Let's pick a place to have our date. I haven't already picked that. What? I'm the one asking you out. Hey, P-Chan, I'll go wherever you go. Unless it's jail, then no. I mean, even then, I don't know, man. I'm really depending on you. We can go anywhere. Oh! What the hell?
I don't know where to go. The hospital? Why would we want to go to a hospital? No, we go to the arcade. What the hell?
Taking your girlfriend to the local arcade is like the IRL equivalent of taking a girl into a dating sim, trawling through second-hand PC parts, and then tanking your affection. There is no commas in this. I can't keep this up. But it's a bold choice. Nice one, P-Chan. We're already not normal, so I pretend to be chilling out in an arcade together as peak. I mean, look at my top. Isn't it cool? Am I choker? I'm like, what is that thing on my arm? I don't know what you call them. Like the bracelet thing, that thing. I don't know what that. It's cool, man. I got it somewhere. I'm ready to get my game on. I'm ready to game you on. Oh, shut up.
I knew it was a bit of a gamble, but a good thing, Her Highness. Why is there put a capital H there randomly? Highness seemed pleased. We gawked at the giant coin-pushing games and their bright lights, mused about how old-school games, like these crocodile-smashing ones, were probably the gateway, and enjoyed everything the arcade had to offer. It was an wholesome establishment, perfect for families, which meant that we were none of the usual nerds there. Just a quiet corner of town with nothing weird going on.
Kinda feels like we're teenagers who just started dating. I thought we were, what? How old are we?
For two youngsters who wanted to go somewhere fun, but A, didn't have much money, and B, had half the city blocked off to them as minors, game arcades were the ideal date spot. Much fun could be had for a few hundred yen, and photo booths just hit different. Even though all of us had smartphones and a million photo apps now, plus the really big and fancy arcades sometimes have bowling alleys, or pool tables in case anyone wanted to flex for their girl. Ah, youth. As if I'm not a youth in this story anyway, but shut up.
Not that I didn't use capital letters, I can't be asked. Really know what it feels like, since no one at school have ever dated me. I'm just a lonely shut-in. No one loves me. I'm gonna kill myself when I get home. Oh my god, I always come here alone to practice fighting games and gambling. And like, so many guys would come up to me and like, oh, you want me to teach you? I could play go up with you on the gambling if you want. Like, nobody asked. Who the hell tries to risk someone up and says, go up on the gambling? Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, no wonder I hate those guys. But even though I hated how patronizing they were, not gonna lie, I still kinda liked that attention.
I'm sat down at an old walnut cabinet, began fiddling with a joystick and buttons. I wish you'd fiddle on my joystick. Perhaps recalling a combo that some guy taught her long ago. I couldn't really blame those nerds for approaching her the way they did, as annoying as it must have been. A beautiful girl in arcade was like fresh spring in the desert, especially for the people seeking refuge for their daily lives. It was only human for them to approach and call out such a beauty wonder. Now that I think about it, those nerds are probably just really lonely, huh? Oh wait, that was her that said that, not me. Aim continued to tap and flick away, cycling through different combos. None of them had any effect on the game, of course, as no coins had been inserted. The demo stream played on, oblivious to any input.
I mean, if you just wanted to verse someone, you could have easily done that online. That must be really stout for humankind to be able to come all the way to an arcade in real life. What sort of loser goes to an arcade in real life? Oh wait, you brought us here. I'm so sorry. You get a sense of kinship, fighting with other outcasts who'd also been rejected at school and work. You know? Just the both of you here in the darkness of the arcade, punching it out, beating the crap out of each other. I think this is how all fighting games should be played online. You wouldn't know who you were going against, just climbing the ranks mindlessly, but here you can just peek around the corner and see your rival, Bob. I always hated Bob. He was the only guy that could ever beat me. Whatever, not that I care.
Aim stood up and suddenly walked deeper into the bowels of a shop.
Oh my god, there's Kangol merch in the claw machines. Go me! No one could know my damn thing. Wait, is it weird if I like get a plushie of myself? Is that like gay? Or is that incest because I'm liking myself?
She wasn't alone anymore. There was no more waiting for awkward nerds to hit on her as she sat alone at the cabinet. She had a partner and all the fans and followers in the road, filling the emptiness in her heart.
I don't think I'm really kind of people to blow all our money on claw machines or verse each other in racing games like the other screeching couples, though. I wish you had a merry-go-round here. Let's go home. Why would there be a merry-go-round at the... But I had fun. I think this become one of those days that I will come back to once in a while when I see something random. Why does it make any sense?
We left the bright lights and loud noises of the arcade behind us. If we ever wanted a game, we could just hop on our phones and find someone to play with.
Hey cuties, it's Angel, the Arcade Angel. I am not changing my name. I'm not doing a third voice. I am staying with this voice. I don't care that I put a different persona on. What did you all get up to today? I just went to an arcade. It wasn't huge or anything, but I passed by it while I was on my walk and decided to go in by myself. No one else, totally. And guess what, guys? I saw a claw machine with my merch in it. It was so exciting. I saw some schoolgirls that were talking about how cute they were and how much they wanted some. They were so happy, I almost stepped in to catch some for themselves. But man, arcade goer demographics have changed so much. It was such a nice arcade, but there wasn't a single nerd in sight. How sad. I bet it's because you guys are all cooped up at home gaming instead of going outside to play games. That would make sense, actually. Who else will fill the dark, dingy corners of the arcade if not for you all? Who else is going to stand around with their arms folded like bison and backseat game the whole gay time? Then go out for ramen together with the other randos whose real names you don't even know. What the hell? Am I describing my trauma? You guys are gonna stop pretending like you're in Yumura's manga and go out and do this stuff. I'm begging you, please. Get out of your rooms, live a life, do something. How is the Kermit voice being difficult to keep? This is supposed to be easy. Like, that sounds like so much fun. I almost wish I could do it too. I guess nowadays, pro gamers like myself are celebrated so much they've lost their gloomy, nerdy reputation. But you know, it's kinda sad that they have to act all professional and stuff now that big money's in the line. I mean, people usually become gamers because they'd rather not deal with the real world. But they go to the arcade to meet that little group of nerds who feel the same way, right? And then beat them up on games to feel better for self-validation because they ain't got nothing else going on in their miserable little lives. It wasn't much, but it was their slice of joy, and now they have to deal with the real world because they play games. The horror. Plus, I bet there's a whole bunch of people who would love nothing more than to play games of others, but are forced to stay in the dark because they can or don't want to act all hyped for the big companies and stuff. Anyway, that's just my fun in the day for my visit to the arcade, and if I'm talking shit, then just ignore me. So you're all gonna ignore me, aren't you? No, you better not. If you haven't gotten outside in a while, then do it! Grass is real! I saw it today! Even the clouds! Beautiful things! Marvelous! The sky, it exists. It's not just in the books. You really gotta try it. Go play a game with him you can see face to face. But shower first, okay? Please, please shower. Bob used to stink. Oh my god. Promise me you will. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bless. Let's get Angela out. Wow. I can't keep this up for much longer, man. Yeah, I had so much fun yesterday. Where will you take me next? Surprise me. No, I can't do another. I can't do this.
I suddenly decided that I did not value this relationship. We went to the hospital. What the hell? Okay. Are you seriously taking me to the hospital for a date? You're lucky you have me, because any of you would have dumped your ass straight away. I was kind of hoping... Wait, I'm doing the wrong voice. I was kind of hoping you would dump me, to be honest.
I mean, it's fine. I'm nearly out of meds anyway, so it's good timing. You planned this date because of that, didn't you? You're always so on top of things. Thanks, B-Chan.
No, I'm trying to get you to dump me. God damn it. Today we were at the psych ward. I tried to get her put in the room, it didn't work. Aim often come here to pick up her various pills and prescriptions. She had SSRIs. Strong stuff for really bad days. Sleeping pills, medicine that stopped her from suddenly recalling things that were too painful to remember. Like Bob. All sorts of things. If she ever ran out of those, she'd have to play the dangerous game of facing reality, all on her own. Since Ham's pills were running low, I had to bring her here before things got out of hand. Doesn't it seem counterintuitive to have a system where people who struggle with doing things on time all the time had to pick up their meds on time all the time? Shitty, really.
Hey, I think about the people you see in the waiting rooms. I think the ones I see here are especially unique.
This ward accepted many patients with tough cases, so the waiting room could be quite confronting too. Most of them weren't that out of the ordinary there, like the old folks playing their Game Boys, even though it was released way past their time. Those who wandered back and forth in the corridors like NPCs, and kids who clung to their mothers, unmoving and unspeaking. As different as they were the ones that we all had in common. They were all living with unthinkable traumas that regular, mentally healthy folk couldn't even begin to imagine.
Who is saying this? I've been telling you, my ideas keep getting stolen every day by famous mangakas. I'm the one who's originally invented the dark fantasy genre. I've already told you this before. I'm not even the one saying this. He's just a guy, but I cannot do another voice. I cannot do it.
There was a man, middle-aged perhaps, in a room somewhere, shouting, probably arguing with the doctor who was supposed to be expected in this ward, and all of the staff seemed used to it. Anyone who wanted to work here would no doubt have to be able to walk those kinds of outbursts calmly, without affirming or denying them. The man raged on, so inflamed by the plagiarism he was convinced was happening.
No, it's happening all the time on that website. Chose quoi? Narrow, what the fuck? That everyone can post their light novels too. They're all reading my stories, they're all ripping me off. Even the ones that get anime adaptations, except their MCs are all shit and bland. Mine don't, mine are good.
His shouting went on for a good while. Ames stared at the door as it seemed to be coming from, her face peaceful and composed.
Everyone here is fighting their own battles the best they can. It's tough when your worst enemy and best friends come from the inside of your own head. I know what that feels like. I'm really depressed. Did I tell you that? Like, really, really depressed. Like, bringing me to this hospital was a bad idea. I can overdose right now. I will run past that staff and overdose. Okay? But anyway, there was a time where I felt like I had insects buzzing around in my head all the time. Turns out I didn't wash my hair for a while. They would all fly around, screech, and cause me all sorts of grief. I probably screamed like that man too, just to stop hearing them for even a second. I fought that battle alone too, just like he probably is.
I watched him treat as Ames' face grew solemn. It was a rare sight to behold. I laid my hand on top of hers and laced our fingers together. If someone cut the two of us out of context right now, we'd be just like any other couple, enjoying each other's company side by side. However, we won't like any other couple. I mean, how many of us out there would spend their dates as psych ward? It doesn't matter to me though, or Aim. We're both perfectly happy with spending time here. God damn it, why would you break up with me?
For people who have to tough it out alone, they must really hate me for having someone like you with me. Maybe they'd even curse me for being blessed with such an adorable face and such beautiful features. They all kind of suck in comparison to me. I really am the most beautiful person in the world. Did I mention I'm depressed? I don't blame them that they hated me for building a name for myself and earning money from my streams by using my outcast energy to attract fans and sympathy. I cannot put commas in these sentences. I must be something like a class traitor to them. If they were pointing behind my back and saying I was faking it all for clout, I wouldn't blame them at all. Did I mention I was depressed? I certainly feel like on most days, but who would it be if I didn't turn my mental illness into a business? That's kind of what I'm doing now, doing them stupid voices by myself. Alone. With no one. I'd just be a stupid middle school dropout, but I have good looks too. But they can only get me so far in this cruel, cruel world. I only got so big as Kanjo because of my hard work. I won't let anyone talk me down. But all those time and effort I've invested.
Didn't I do all that though? I didn't do crap.
However, that's all just fluff. Anyway, having a partner like you who would keep tabs on my meds and take me to get them when I'm nearly out of automatically makes me more privileged than half the people here on Earth. I wouldn't have the right to even look at the man behind that door in the eye.
Chuckled softly, resigned. Her face grew dark as she grew silent, gripping her hand back. Head.
Oh, I'm back again! Hey, curious Kanjo, you're totally normal internet angel who has a super normal brain. I'm definitely not depressed. What did you all get up to today? I went to the upstairs doctor for the first time in a while today. How nice, so good. Well, there's nothing really important. We should normalize getting professional help when we need it anyway. Because I'm depressed, that's why I need professional help. I took my meds earlier for my depression, I'm depressed. But if I seem a little bit out of it, that's why I'm out of it because I'm depressed. If I say something weird, no I didn't, I'm just depressed. It wasn't me, it was the voices. But if I did, just give me a gentle poke in the comments. The place I go to is pretty well known actually. I looked up my symptoms and just picked a doctor that seemed like they would get it. My symptoms were depression. I'm depressed. The surprising thing is, if you look up in the hospital's reviews, they're actually super bad. Like, they're all like, the doctor never took me seriously. They're all quacks. Well, I guess all online reviews are kind of like that, ain't they? But you know, the people writing them probably weren't depressed and weren't in the best state of mind. And yet, they continue to go to that hospital. When you think about it, wouldn't all those low reviews actually mean the place is good then? I mean, it's good for me because the staff there listened to me, made me feel okay. I just told them I was depressed and they listened to me, you know? My point is, the reviews are so bad is because the patients feel like they can express themselves however they like, which is actually a good thing. The world can be such a tricky place, huh? Anyway, if any of you are going through it right now, I hope you can find a professional you can vibe with. But before that, get yourselves some warm drink and bury yourselves in your comfy bed and get a good night's sleep. I kinda want to do that right now, actually. Because I'm depressed, that's why. But I'm gonna send you all to bed now, so get ready. Good night now, my little nerds. I'm going to kill myself for saying that a second time. I had so much fun yesterday. Where will you take me next? Surprise me.
No, piss off. No, I'm sick of this. You're not going on the more dates. Piss off. I'm done. Bye.